momentum that is required for us to benefit from this session. So we'll start at exactly 10 minutes past 2, but at this point, we just want to know whether you have a LinkedIn profile and how have you been using LinkedIn. So you can probably, I see Garang. Garang is from the first cohort. I'm quite curious why he's joined the session today. So Garang, maybe you can tell us about your experience previously from the session we had in the first cohort on LinkedIn profile optimization, and then you can share also best practices that you are able to learn during the session and how you have continued to use LinkedIn at the moment and why it matters a lot, especially when it comes to this fellowship. So Garang, over to you. And then later on, I will also give a chance to any other person. I know a couple of you already using LinkedIn, and when you talk about how you use the platform, it then gets to help other people who are probably new. For example, some of the people that sent me follow requests, some of them are actually new. They just created their accounts, and then how do they get to make the best out of it? So Garang, you're welcome. You can please talk. Okay, looks like Garang is struggling with the internet or something similar. Any other person who would like to share what they know about LinkedIn? Sarah Kiden, yes, I see you on LinkedIn. Are you able to speak? Yes, Ajit. Ajit, I saw your name and you even wrote your name in small letters. Okay. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
speak.
Okay, how are you?
I'm
Yeah,
fine, thank you.
I'm glad to be on this platform again. Uh, for real, everything is always new until you are maybe you are taught or you are shown some few about it, maybe how important it is. Yeah, most of the time I created my LinkedIn account. I think way back some months back. But actually, I was not so much. I didn't have knowledge about LinkedIn so much. So I just created it, and then I just was sure of how I can operate it. But most of the time, the things that I get in it are more of they're really good in terms of the way they are structured and in terms of education, in terms of the coverage and whatever that is being posted there on LinkedIn and all this, they are really marvelous. So I was able to follow some of the things and read and then, but most of the time, like optimization and how I can best use it has never been part of me. So maybe I am looking now forward to actually learn how I can maximize the use of this LinkedIn plus any other tips about it. Thank you.
Yes, another person? I had earlier asked Sarah and Garang to speak. Can you guys speak now or
It's okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I think I'm kind of a bit late. That is why I was not able to participate. But hopefully, in due time, as things goes on, we'll come in to participate. But as for now, so I apologize. But I will talk about it in the next coming minutes.
okay? Nice.
Yes,
Uh,
Good
Yes, please.
afternoon, everyone.
Good
Well,
afternoon.
yeah, I have LinkedIn account and like over 2 years, and I didn't have a lot of knowledge how to use it in terms of automation. But then I have followers like almost 1,000, and I even connect with you sometime back on LinkedIn. But how to
Oh,
use it to
okay.
get a job, you know, it is quite challenging. But I've been there for almost 2 years now, so
Okay.
I'm looking
Nice.
forward to learn more.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tong. I hope your second book is selling out well.
Actually, my third book somehow is going on well. You know, the economy in the country. So we are pushing.
You should sell the book to the fellows also. I've not seen you talk about it in the group.
Yeah, I'm not in the country. Actually, that's why I'm a little bit like,
You don't have people who sell within, but you like they're I think they're not in the stores, for example, in the where people sell books and stuff.
yeah, the person I assigned to do the work is out of Juba currently. That's why I keep it
Ah,
quiet
okay.
because if someone has, they
Yeah,
might
yeah,
not
sure.
do it. So that's the
Makes sense.
problem.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
but I'm coming
Okay
to
then.
Juba soon. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Nice. Good. So, how many of you have been able to download Fedica, the social media app that I shared, and then they have been able to create accounts? How many of you have done that using a thumbs up? You can just put a thumbs up reaction. Okay, Sarah. Okay, good. Who else? Okay, Ajit, Doku, Tong. Good. You have created accounts. Okay, nice. So let's get started with the session. Can you also confirm that you can see my presentation by using a thumbs up? You can. Okay, nice. So let's go. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Emmanuel Bida Thomas. I'm a teacher. I teach primary schools, and I am also a professional in media, communications, and project management. I have over 6 years of experience, and I specialize in program development. And over the years, the work that I do directly or indirectly has reached over 10,000 people, and it reaches over 10,000 people yearly. And we most of the projects that I run work both in person and virtually since 2019. So if you want to reach out to me, that is my WhatsApp number, and also that is my organizational email. So at the moment, I work as program manager at the Excellence Foundation, where I focus a lot on program development and also rolling out innovations and just ways of how we can better reach the communities that the organization serves. So that is it about my introduction. And in this session, we will focus a lot on optimizing your LinkedIn profile, and then we'll look at how you can create your professional brand. We'll look at how you can engage with others on the platform, and then we'll look at using LinkedIn for job hunting as well as networking. And by the way, LinkedIn is not entirely free. It has what we call LinkedIn Premium. That is why sometimes, if you're a LinkedIn user, if you have used for long, sometimes their marketing team will be disturbing you. Hey, please try out LinkedIn Premium and stuff. And it's damn expensive, by the way, the premium version. But for starters, the free version works just fine. So what are the learning outcomes? What do I hope that we'll be able to get by the time we finish this session? One, I hope that we are able to build a professional, compelling LinkedIn profile by the time you submit your assignment. And the next thing is you should be able to develop a strategic content and engagement plan for your profile. And then you should also be able to leverage the platform for effective networking, and then use LinkedIn features to find and apply for jobs. So these are the key for learning outcomes for this session. So why do we talk about LinkedIn? And that is what we'll focus on in this introduction. So
Yes, hello, fellows. I think we lost him, so let's give him some minute to also join again. Please bear with us. Let's give him that time to join. I think he's having unstable network. And also, let's not try to, like, you might also mistakenly unmute everybody, or maybe the facilitator himself.
apologies, I dropped a bit, but I'm back. Can you just confirm if you can hear me, and then also if you can see the screen? Okay, perfect. Thank you. So let's proceed. I was saying that why do we have to talk about LinkedIn in this session? We have to talk about LinkedIn for four of these reasons. One reason is that LinkedIn works like a CV or a resume, but again, it's more than just your CV or your resume. It's more like your website for someone who doesn't have a website. So it can serve the purpose of being a website. And then another thing is that 97% of recruiters, especially in the West, and for example, if you're somebody who is considering an international career, maybe you want to work outside of the country or outside of Africa, you could actually tap into job opportunities using LinkedIn. And then it helps you build a network to find jobs and learn new skills. And I think some of you even probably when we shared some opportunities, you find them from our post just because we are connected on LinkedIn. And that is already part of networking that exists because of the platform itself. And yes, a strong profile, of course, is your first impression. That is why you find that many people who want to make the best out of LinkedIn try their best to make sure that they put out the best profile out there that it can sell them at the end of the day. Now, how does a LinkedIn profile look like? In anything we do, there's something called anatomy. Like if you are in biology, in somebody who studies sciences a lot, we know the anatomy of the human body. But there's anatomy in everything, even in writing. There's anatomy of writing. There's anatomy of almost everything. Just like it's more like the structure of how something should be like. That is the literal meaning of anatomy. And then when you are building a good LinkedIn profile, one, you must have a professional photo and background image. Number two, you must have a compelling headline. Number three, you must have informative about section. Number four, you must have detailed experience and education. Number six, you must have skills and endorsements. And number six, you must have recommendations. So recommendations, these are from people who have worked with you, people who know you, and stuff like that. For example, after maybe let's say after this session, you might want to connect with people, people you have connected with. You might ask them to write for you recommendation based on your engagements during these sessions. That is what a LinkedIn profile constitutes. So one, you must have a background photo and you must have a profile photo. So you must have, so for example, this is my LinkedIn profile. So my LinkedIn profile is like this. So first, make sure that you have a photo like this. You see, you must have a profile picture. So the profile picture is technically a half photo. Even like on social media generally, people are supposed to use half photos for their profiles, but then you find some people use full photos for profiles, which is not professional. If you're looking at building a professional brand, make sure that your photo is a half photo like this. So this is the first thing that you must have. And then the next thing is you must have a cover photo. So the cover photo could be something that showcases you doing your work, or you just make a banner like this banner that I made for my cover photo. But it doesn't have to be this way I've made. It can be any photo, for example, of you showcasing you doing work, like if or a group photo of you doing something amazing and you love it, or the photo demonstrates your work as a professional or as a student, and then that is what you can use to then update your professional profile. So this is very important, and if make sure that you consider having something like this. So make sure that you use a professional high resolution headshot and make sure that you smile. Make sure that you smile. If you see clearly in these two photos of mine, I am smiling in both photos. And that is how profile pictures should be like. Make sure that you smile and don't be very serious. Make sure that you what? You smile. It's very important. And then make sure that a good rule of thumb is you, of course, you need to wear what you would wear to an interview if you want, and then you can use this website, Profile Picture Maker or Canva, to make your profile. Profile Picture Maker, this is the website, pfpmaker.com. I will share the link in the chat box, but of course it's not compulsory. If you already have your picture that is headshot, it's good. But if you don't have, you can use this profile picture maker. So what happens is you can click create your profile picture like this, and then you can it wants me to log in, I think. So let me just log in. Okay, this is what I want, profile picture generator. And then it will ask you to upload the photo that you want to use. So let me find a photo that I want to use, if I have any. Do I have? Okay, let me check. I have a couple of photos here. Let me find one that I may want to use. Uh, Let me find one very quickly. Okay, I got this photo of mine. Okay, yeah, so this is a photo of mine that I want to use. And then, yes, so it attempts to generate for me a profile picture using the photo that I have generated. So it will bring a couple of options that you may want to try out, and then from there you can choose the one that you want. Yes, for example, you see now these are options that they have generated. They have removed the background, and yeah, of course, let's say that if I want to go with this, I can customize. I can click customize. I can crop. I can edit to the text that I want, everything that I want, and then if I want to replace the photo, I can replace. Yes, something like that. If everything looks good, and then you just download. So that is how the PF Maker works. And then or else you just crop the picture to square. Make sure the picture is actually square, uh, one resolution. And then you can also use Canva by going to canva.com. The link for Canva is here. You can go to Canva. This is Canva, and you can just search profile picture. You can search profile picture. Then it will bring a sample, a few results. I don't know whether Canva is down or what. It's not. It doesn't seem to bring the results. But then you just search for profile picture. Yes, you see that it brings. You see these are samples of profile pictures. Yeah. For example, if this one looks good to me, I will choose this. And then, oh no, I think Canva is having issues. Okay. Then I will say customize template. It will bring me to my work area. Okay. I think Canva is having real issues. Let me just reload. Okay, fine. Like I have to do everything at 2 attempts. Okay, not bad. Now, so this is the work area, and this is the photo that we are going to use. So I first give it my name. I just give it my name. Okay. So yes, I want it to be full like this. Okay, nice. So I will upload my picture. Okay, I already have some pictures here. So I have a picture for this lady. So I will just put it here. And then I can remove the background if I want. Okay, yeah. So I've removed the background. Let me remove this thing. Yes, something like this. Then from there, you can download that, and then have your and then download the picture. You can come to share it, and download. And that is it when it comes to your profile picture using Canva and also using profile image maker. Perfect. So I hope that is clear. Next is you would also want to make a background image. You have to use a relevant professional image that reflects your industry or your career aspirations. Make sure that you avoid generic or low quality images. You can use also Canva to do that. Or like I said, you can get a picture, a good picture. It has to be wide. The resolution is different, and it must show you doing your work or doing something amazing, something that you like. So again, let us try Canva. So I would say LinkedIn banner, or LinkedIn cover. Okay. So you see, these are some examples that you would select from, for example. Oh yeah, something like this. Most of these things. I think I made mine using LinkedIn. So yeah, so you would choose one that is good. Make sure that don't choose one that the picture is, if you're putting a picture, make sure the picture is not again behind your profile picture. Like this one is terrible choice. Don't choose this. You choose something like this where your picture is in the middle, or you choose one where your picture is on the other side like this. This one is good, where your picture is on the other side. So you choose, then you put your contact information, you edit, and then you are good to go. So that is it when it comes to making your background image on Canva. I hope that is clear. So this is how it would look like. Make sure your profile picture is like this. Don't forget to smile. Always smile, because you are making a first impression. And your cover photo could be something as simple as this. You see, this is very simple cover photo, not very complex, and something like that. So make sure that you do that. It's very important. And yeah, so we can always pick it up from there. Let's proceed. Next, you need to have a headline. Again, let's come to my profile. Let's come to my profile. So this is what we call the headline. What the person sees when they see your profile. You see, like mine, I put my role, and then other associated things, my title and stuff. So this is what we call the headline. So make sure that your profile must have this. And this is how you craft your headline. Your headline is more than just your job title. It has to communicate a lot about you. And this is the formula for the title, for the headline. You could say your role, for example, a student at the University of Juba. What is your, and then you put your key skill. What is your key skill? Okay. For example, your key skill could be writing, okay, like fictional writing or copywriting. Or your skill could be marketing, or your skill could be coding, writing codes. And then what are you passionate about, or what is your long-term goal? You write here. For example, if you're a student, your headline would be like marketing student at the University of Juba. Your skills are digital marketing and content creation enthusiast, and you are seeking internship opportunity. Seeking internship opportunities becomes your goal. Digital marketing and content creation enthusiast becomes your skill, and your role is marketing student at the University of Juba. If you're a computer science student, you say computer science student at Stafford International University. Yeah. And then if you are somebody who is an entry-level professional, your headline would be like junior software developer. You could say, for example, if you're not employed, you could say freelance junior software developer. If you're a finance person, you say freelance financial consultant. You see that. Your skills are Python and JavaScript specialist, building innovative web solutions. This is your what? Passion, or your long-term goal. So this is how your headline must look like. So if your headline is not like that already, you should you should make sure that yeah, you should check that. Yeah, for example, let me check the this is the this is the profile for Tong Luet. So Tong, you see now here, one, you need to change this cover so that your photo is not exactly behind your profile. You should put your photo this side, so that in case somebody misses seeing your photo here, they would see your photo on this side. And then when it comes to your headline, you see your headline, it mentions mostly your titles, right? But then it doesn't mention your key skills, and then also what you're passionate about or your long-term goals. So you need to now edit your headline to make sure that it reflects this anatomy that has been explained in this part. I hope that is clear. But generally, this is pretty good. I think your photo is good, and just the cover, adjust your photo to be on the your photo should be on the right, and not exactly just behind your profile picture. And then in your headline, make sure you include your key skills and also your long-term goal or what you are passionate about. So that is it when it comes to your LinkedIn headline. I hope that is clear. Next is something called the About section. So the About section is, again, this is a chance for you to tell your story. You must use the first two lines to grab attention. Talk about your passion, talk about your skills, talk about your accomplishments, talk about your career goals, and you must use relevant keywords. And lastly, you must end with a call to action. And that means that, I think, let me see the one for Tong. Tong says that I am a graduate of Bachelor of Science with honors in agricultural science from the University of Juba. I am also a content creator and author of 3 books: Poverty Robbed Me, Pride Ruined Me, and The Resilience of an Orphan. I am an editor, publisher, and the director and founder of Ignite Hope Publishers and Bookstore. I advocate for education and the importance of modern agriculture to overcome abject poverty. I am trained in cybersecurity and creative writing. I am a literature promoter in South Sudan. I was awarded by Mula Ford Africa Botswana in 2025 for promoting literature in South Sudan. I worked as a researcher with the National Bureau of Statistics of South Sudan. So let's see here. Now let me show you the profile for, let me show you the About section for Brenda. So Brenda, so this is the profile for Brenda. I think she participated a few sessions for her. Now you read her About section. So her About section here is, I still remember the first time I stepped into a HR role. The hiring process was slow, compliance gaps were everywhere, and employees felt disconnected. It was overwhelming, but instead of feeling stuck, I saw an opportunity to build something better. Fast forward 6 years, and HR is no longer just a job for me, it is my mission. At Coalition for Humanity in Juba, South Sudan, I have helped transform HR and administration into powerful engines of efficiency and growth. What I have built: recruitment processes that cut hiring time by 33%, bringing the right talent on board faster; compliance systems that eliminate guesswork, ensuring every process runs by the book; budgeting strategies that reduce costs without compromising quality, because smart HR is also about sustainability. There was a time when a critical hire was delayed due to outdated processes. The organization was at risk of losing a major project. I revamped the hiring strategy, introduced digital onboarding, and we filled the position in half the usual time. That's when I realized that HR is truly about impact. I designed strategic solutions that help organizations and people thrive, whether it is about workforce planning, improving leadership pipelines, creating inclusive workplaces. I turn complex HR challenges into real, lasting results. I believe that best HR professionals never stop learning. That is why I actively invest in certifications like disaster management, capacity assessment, gender equity, diversity, and inclusion. If you're looking to transform HR into a driver of business success? Let's talk. So now this becomes the call to what? To action. And that is how you should write. That is the profile for Brenda. I actually shared her link yesterday, and I said you should follow her. So pretty much that is how you should write an about uh, section. Now let's move to how you're supposed to do it. So this is how you could start yours. For example, my goal is to help people and organizations grow. As a teacher, communications and project management professional with over 5 years of experience, I've had the privilege of driving powerful work that has reached over 5,000 beneficiaries in South Sudan and beyond. I am passionate about developing effective communication strategies and leading projects from concept to completion with a focus on delivering tangible results. I am currently seeking new opportunities to apply my skills in a dynamic environment where I can continue to make meaningful impact, whether it is through crafting compelling narratives, coordinating complex initiatives, or mentoring others. I thrive on challenges that connect me with diverse communities and drive positive change. I am always open to connecting with fellow professionals to exchange ideas and explore potential collaborations. Now, this becomes the call to actions. So, this is a more brief way of how you can actually write a LinkedIn uh, profile about section. And yes, so let me check also a few others for let me check for you for Samuel Way. Uh, Yes. So for Samuel, again, this was he did this after we had the session. So you see his cover photo, you see this, and this is his profile. This is his headline: aspiring technology innovator, computer science undergraduate, exploring AI, networking, and cybersecurity. So again, he uses the story methodology to write his about section. I still remember the first time I wrote a simple program that actually worked. A few lines of code that turned an idea in my mind into something real on a screen. That small moment of creation sparked something bigger. The belief that technology could be more than just tools. So just this is how you could start. And let me see for Kako. Um, yes. So for Kaku also, she was one of the ladies, and also this is her about section. So you could just explore most of these options that are very helpful actually when you are drafting your LinkedIn about section. I hope that is clear. So let's move on. The next part in your LinkedIn profile is experience and education. So when you are talking about experience and education, don't just list tasks or highlight. You need to highlight achievements and impact. You need to use the strong action verbs. For example, you need to don't say, for example, don't say I manage a team, like as part of your description. You say I manage a team of 5. You see, over a this number of period. You see, don't say you increase sales in your previous work, but you need to mention you increase sales by 15%, or you are able to bring in over 50 clients into the business, right? So make sure that you are able to quantify your achievement. I think you learn this skill when you are learning the CV. This is the same technique you also apply when you are writing your CV. In your CV, don't say, for example, like a journalist like William Dorr. William Dorr, you don't tell us, like, if you're applying for a new job at iRadio or at Radio Miraya, you don't say previously you wrote, you are writing news articles. You need to tell us that you have been able to write about 500 news articles that have been published on maybe on major outlets, or you're able to you have produced like 200 content broadcast content. You see, like something that is quantifiable, right? And then this content has been able to reach Don't say many people, right? But it has been able to reach approximately 500,000 people over 5 years, right? So you have to make sure that you quantify your achievements. Don't just list them. And then for students, if you're a student, you can just use your relevant coursework, you can use your projects, and then you can also use your volunteer work. And for entry-level professionals, you can highlight skills that you gained during your internships, you can gain skills that you learned during your entry-level roles, or you can write skills that you did when you are in the student leadership or something like that. Because experience is experience. At the end of the day, we just do the same. uh, at the end of the day, you just apply the same things. So let us look at what Tong has in his profile for. Let us look at what Tong has in his profile for education. Yes, experience. And by the way, when you're writing your CV, make sure that experience comes first. Experience comes first. And that is why you see here on LinkedIn, experience comes first. Education later. Yes, experience, research assistant, National Bureau of Statistics. He has not written any achievements. So you need to edit this role, make sure that you are able to write your achievement. This is very important. Let me check Ajit. Let me check for Ajit. Ajit, first you need to make sure that your name starts with capital letter, both your first and second name. And of course, your headline starts good. Intern, what intern? You need to mention your role, your specific role. If you are a programs intern, if you are a quality assurance intern, you should clearly mention what kind of intern you are, the skills you have, and what your long-term goals are. Just following the analogy of the headline that I explained earlier. And then you see here, like here you say intern, and even don't start things with small letters like this, kindly. This is something you should work on. And then two, like here you said, he mentioned your survey, data cleaning, data analysis. You see, you have to mention clearly, like I conducted like 5 surveys. I've been able to clean a data. I've been able to clean a data set that has over 5,000 entries, and I've been able to analyze complex data that resulted into easy work that could be understood in a few seconds. So you just need to make sure that you quantify your roles like that. That is very important. Yes, and then yeah. So this is it when it comes to that. So let me see. Let me give you the one for Brenda again. Yes. So yeah. So let's look at this roles for Brenda. So you see in the first one, she said she spearheaded the development and implementation of a strategic HR planning initiative, resulting in a streamlined recruitment process and a 33% reduction in time to fill positions. She managed a developmental budget efficiently, leading to 17% reduction in overhead cost while maintaining high service levels across HR and administrative functions. She enhanced employee satisfaction through a comprehensive performance management system, boosting engagement scores by 21%. So something as basic as that. So make sure that you follow that analogy if you are coming up with your roles, and make sure that you are able to quantify them as much as possible. Yes, so that is it with experience, and then also education. Make sure that you are able to add your education. You need to mention the course you are doing, and any other details about the course, something like that, so that somebody who is reading can easily comprehend what you are trying to communicate. And the next thing is LinkedIn has something called skills and endorsements. So this one, you have to list relevant skills to your field. For example, the skills you could now build on the skills that you started mentioning in your what in your headline. So you could say you add these skills like if you're somebody in the digital field, you could say SEO, which is search engine optimization, project management, and then you can pin your top 3 most important skills to the top, and you can actively seek endorsements from connections who have worked with you. When somebody has worked with you, then you can seek endorsements. So endorsement is more like endorsements. Somebody would show that yes, I know you can do this. Yeah. So this is where you add the skills. For example, you just click this plus, and then you add the skills relevant to the position. For example, if you say your skill is project planning, then you could say, where did you apply these skills? So you choose all the roles where you apply that skill. There you save. You see that? Then your skills would be what? Would be, if you want to add more, then you just what? Add. So so that is it when it comes to that. And then next thing is something called next thing is something here. Next thing is something called licenses and certifications. So if you do certificates, like for example, when you finish this fellowship, you could then add your certificate here under licenses and certifications. You, like I did a leadership program with Kendita, so I added here Kendita. I did investigating disinformation and propaganda campaigns by Code for Africa. I added the credentials. Then more others that I did. I did Countering Misinformation in Africa by Midan. I put it here. I did a course by Thomson Reuters. I did a course by the RNTC Media Training. So you add them all under your list, under your licenses and certifications. That means also if you have licenses like for other things like professional aspects, you could add them here so that somebody sees what you are up to. And then next thing also, you add your volunteer engagement. For example, I am volunteer program manager at the Excellence Foundation. So you will not see this one under work experience, but you would see it under my volunteer experience. And then if you had other volunteer roles, you could also add them here. So when you're adding them, it will just ask you for the organization, the role that you had, what was the cause for, whether you are currently volunteering here, or the start date and the end date, what are the description of your roles, or your main work. For example, I raised funds for the annual charity, about $5,000. You could add your documents, images, presentations that you had during this volunteer experience. So this is something that you could also consider adding. And then recommendations, for example, if you give recommendations to people, for example, I've given recommendations to people, but I have not requested recommendations from other people. I've recommended Ross. Ross, she will work with her at the Excellence Foundation. Charles, we work with him at Defy Head Now. Garang, we work with him at Defy Head Now. So I just gave them some endorsements. I have not recommendations, sorry, and then I have not received any recommendations, but I could ask if I want from people that I work. So most of those people I gave them because they asked me to give them the recommendations. So this is how a full LinkedIn profile will look like. And of course, you could also see your top interests, people that you are very much related with. You could see companies that you follow, groups that you have joined, uh, and then you could see newsletters that you've subscribed to, and then schools that you follow. So pretty much, and then if you want to add more profile sections, you could add here. Like most of the core start with the basics, they are all there, and additional ones, you could add your publications, you could add your honors or awards, you could add test scores, you could add your organizations, causes, and just so forth and so on. So pretty much this is it when it comes to really building a solid profile that you need on LinkedIn. And the last thing is, you need to make sure that your profile link looks clean like mine. Like make sure that it doesn't have numbers. For example, you see my profile, when I share my profile link, It's here, it's clean, no numbers in it. Now let me check the one for Tong. Now if you check the one for Tong, it has some numbers, and I think that is one thing we are going to work on. Tong, let me share you a link. You would see the difference between my link and your link. You see your link has some numbers behind here, and you need to work on removing these numbers. So how do you work on that? For example, if you're on LinkedIn on the PC, on your right you will see here public profile in URL. You see this option here. So this is the option you click, and then you should be able to edit. You come to edit your profile, uh, and then this is the URL. You will edit from here, you see, and then you are able to edit it and make it your custom URL. I would prefer, like for Tong, yours should look something like this. After you edit it, you remove those numbers, you remove those dashes, and if you want to keep 3 names, yeah, then you keep 3 names, then you remove the numbers, uh, then your profile would look like this. You see, so this is going to be part of your assignments. All of you will be required to edit your LinkedIn profiles to remove those unnecessary numbers and hyphens, and you need to have a professional profile just like the one I have put there. So that is it with LinkedIn profile optimization. I believe that I've been able to show you both the theory and the practical aspects. Any questions? If you have questions, please ask.
Yes, I have
Question?
question.
Yes.
Yeah, like you mentioned, I have no more knowledge on LinkedIn, but now you made me aware of a lot of things. Like my first question is, when it comes to writing the roles, and the license, and I've been trying to check on my LinkedIn, but it is not showing whereby you add the certification. It was not showing. Then the other thing is, how do you pay for premium? Like yours, I see you have a verification, and yeah. So I don't know, how do you do this? How do you add the verification badge, and how do you pay for premium? Like you said.
Or this
Mm,
verification here, right?
mm,
Yeah. So this verification, you use your. I think for South Sudan mostly, you use your ID. You use your national ID or your passport. You use your national ID or passport to be able to verify your profile, and uh, and then for premium, you pay using your card. For example, if you would like to go to LinkedIn Premium, and then you come here, get started with LinkedIn Premium, and it would require you to put your payment details. You see, it's loading now, and then once it loads, but LinkedIn Premium is very expensive, by the way. Let me just let it load, and then you will see the pricing.
so the badge and the premium, they have no connection, right?
Yes, the badge and the premium, they have no
The
connection.
verification badge and the
The badge, you can get verified having to use premium. And actually, most of our guys from the previous cohort, they actually got verified. Even I think Betty. Uh, yes, you see Betty. Yeah, Betty got verified. She has verification, and then let me see other people. Samuel, I think you are not verified. Yeah, he's not. Um, This premium thing is loading and it's not coming. It's been loading since.
You can leave it. Maybe it will show me some other time. But maybe you can show me how the verification is done,
Yeah,
and
it is here.
also.
It is. It is here.
Mm.
It is here. So this is the LinkedIn Premium. So, uh, so, so this is how it looks like. It has one for job seekers, and then two it has for business owners and business leaders. For example, for I think if it is personal, then you could say for job seekers, and then you click it, and then you would first they have a free trial, like they give you trial for a few, I think 1 month or something like that, but you have to put in your card details. So for example, you could say try LinkedIn for premium for free. Then this is where it brings you to the LinkedIn premium products. Yes, for career advancement, it's here. They give you 1 month for free, but you have to, yes, after that, you see the price here. You will pay 19, that's like $20 per month. After that, you pay like $20 per month. So if you do $20 time is 1 year, that is like $240, right? Per year. Yes. So I hope this is clear now.
Yeah, it is clear. Show me the where to add license and certification.
Yeah. So if you are not seeing it, if you are not seeing that, so what happened is this. If you come to your profile, like if I come to my profile like this, if you are not seeing it, you see this option here, add profile section. Do you see this?
Mm.
Yes. So this is where you add. You choose under, for example, licenses, certification is here. You can add projects. You can add courses that you have undertaken. You can add recommendations. And then advanced options are here. You can add volunteer experience. You can add publications. You can add patents. You can add honors and awards. You can add test scores. You can add languages. You can add organizations. You can add causes. So you should be able to see this option written add profile section. So this is the option you use for adding any other sections that you cannot see in your profile. Is that clear?
It is clear.
Okay, good. Thank you. Any other question? Yes, William.
Yes, my question is, how do you verify it using your national ID? That's what I want to see.
Oh, okay. So what happens is if you want to verify, you have to come to settings. Okay. When you come to settings like this, yes, when you come to settings, first you have the account preferences. Under the account preferences, you will see this profile information, and then under profile information you see verifications. Can you see this? You see this here?
Yes, I
Verifications.
can see. Yeah.
Yes, and then you click verifications. Mine is already verified here, and then if I want to delete the verification, I can delete. But then if yours is not verified, you would see the option that then guides you on the next steps you are supposed to take. But make sure that you start taking when you have your ID or your passport with you, because they will ask you to be able to scan your passport and stuff. So this is the option. I hope that is clear.
Yeah, it
Okay,
is clear. I see, sir. Thank you.
thank you. Yes, any other question?
Yeah. Mine is just one. I would like to know because am I going to use the same one for editing all this or a new or the I could create a new one? I mean,
No, no, no.
is
You
it
don't create. You don't create a new one. You use your
okay?
same account.
Oh, same account. Okay.
Yes. You don't create any new account, please.
Okay.
Yes. Any other question? Okay, I see a couple of questions in the chat box. Amor Moyak is asking, how do you remove numbers and hyphens from the LinkedIn profile? It was not showing to us on the screen. Okay. So this is okay. So this is my profile. When I click on my profile, I hope you are seeing on the right under language, under profile language, you will see profile, public profile and URL. Can you see this on the top? Can you see this on the right? More. Can you see that? I hope this is clear. Okay, then I think silence means everything is good. So next question is, how do you get verified? I've already
My hand
explained
is up
that.
there. There is
You go
something
to
that I want to
settings.
understand. You
Yes.
say we shouldn't add contacts on the profile or on the cover photo, because I'm seeing now your cover photo has contact there, phone number.
Oh, okay. I did not say you should not add contacts. I'm saying if you don't like adding, like if you don't want to add contacts, you can just put a large photo of yours while you're doing something that you really like. But it's fine if you want to put your contacts, like your email, the services you offer, so that somebody who is looking for the kind of services you offer is able to reach out to you. So it's completely fine to put your contacts.
No, I think what he is meaning is he did not get it well because it was sorry, it was from the public profile whereby you have your profile with numbers and the names are attached with
Ah,
some numbers. So this is what he was saying, but he didn't get it that way. So
oh, okay, okay. I
Yeah,
hope
yeah.
it's now
Thank
clear.
you, thank you for clarifying my question. Of course, this is what I'm asking.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the numbers we're talking about, we're talking about now, we're talking about like we talk about some random numbers that are put in your LinkedIn URL, like URL, not your profile cover photo. Thank you. Um, that is clear. Somebody saying, what do we gain different with the premium? Yeah, so the issue with the premium is you have advanced privileges compared to a normal user. So like you have advanced privileges, like you can be able to view the full profile of people who view your profile, and you can be able to have advanced searches and stuff. So that is the benefit that you'll get from a basic user. And somebody said I had a LinkedIn profile before. May I change it completely? Or no, you don't change your LinkedIn profile completely. Just edit. What you're going to do is you're going to do editing of your existing profile to match some of the best practices that are shared during this session. Yes, and then yes. Now, if you're looking for jobs, there's this part for what? For there's this part for jobs. So this is where you click and make sure that your profile is complete first. Your profile actually looks like a CV. You see, there are some job picks they can pick, and then you can search. You can search by title, by skill. You can also search by country. For example, if you're looking for jobs in Juba, you could say Juba, Central Equatoria, and then it would bring for you some jobs that are in Juba. For example, right now, there are some of these jobs in Juba, like the deputy director for international NGO safety, strategy implementation officer, team leader, international rescue committee, legal expert, country security manager, Samaritan Spurs, assistant project manager, program manager for Dan Church Aid, UNOPS, youth engagement platform, You see a lot of jobs that are here. And then you could also do a lot of twisting, but you can see the date, like you want, like here you want jobs maybe posted in the past 24 hours. You could show the results here so that you don't get all the advertisements. The experience level, maybe if you're looking for entry level or internships or just mid senior level, the companies you are looking for, you could check. You want whether you want remote role or on-site role. You could filter, you could apply a lot of filters just to make sure that you get the kind of job that you want. And then here it gives you apply. Apply means you just get to apply with your what? With your LinkedIn profile. That means your profile must be complete in all respects first before you actually apply via LinkedIn. And then here we have our network. This is where you check your network, you check your friends. If you want to, yeah, like right now I have this invitation that came from Nyombe Benson. I can accept. And then yes, it can also have suggestions like on Facebook that these are people I could potentially connect with. And then yes, people you may know from your school, like here from, because I have MKU on my profile, and then suggest some people from MKU, and then and so forth and so on. So this is how you can then see here your network. Like I have 3,000 connections. I am part of 5 groups. I have created like 20 events. I follow about 269 pages, and I follow about 17 newsletters. So this is where you get to see your network, and you can of course catch up with a few things. For example, job changes from your friends, birthdays, work anniversaries, people education, people who have graduated recently. Yeah, so just for inspiration, uh, you can just catch up using those uh, details. So that is it when it comes to LinkedIn profile. And I think I've answered most of the questions. So it's safe to say that we can proceed with our presentation. And that is it with LinkedIn. I hope that you have picked most of the things I've explained, and I look forward to seeing amazing profiles that you will do using the knowledge that we shared. Yes, Lajor Luke, you want to say something?
Yeah, actually, it's been a really amazing presentation, and I really do appreciate you. So, my question, I just want to know the clarification about the premium. Is it compulsory or is optional? That's what I want to know.
Okay, thank you for your question. Premium is optional, it's not compulsory. Like I said at the beginning, it's very expensive. Actually, like you saw the price, right? $20 a month. So it's expensive. So yeah, it's optional, it's not compulsory.
Thank you so
So
much.
next, we look to social media management, and I'm happy that most of you have downloaded Fedica. Sorry, have created accounts on Fedica. If you have not, you're already one step. You're already some steps behind us. You're already some steps behind us. So make sure that you head to Fedica right now and create your and download the app if you're using a phone. I've shared the link for Fedica in the chat box. Head there right now, download the app. If you're on a computer, just create your profile uh, for Fedica. Yes. So what is social media management? And of course, we say that consistency is key, because when you have a LinkedIn profile, it's not just about having a profile, but also it's about being active. You need to have the profile. Like let's say you build a home. When you build a home, you don't leave the home like that, right? People have to be in that home, and people have to see that there's life going on in that home. There's no one who builds a home and just leaves it like that. Somebody builds a home and they either have to put it on rent or somebody has to stay there, right? Except the home is still not what? Finished. That means that it has to be, there has to be something active that is going on. And and that means that for you to be active, you must be consistent. we say that consistency is key. We realize that people who show up every day are these are people who likely succeed. And people who complain a lot, people who are lazy, they hardly succeed because of too much complaints, because of laziness, and things of that sort. So for us to succeed, we should be able to be active listeners. So we use social media management tools like Fedica.com or Buffer to create and schedule content. So I'm giving you two options for the purpose of this training. I'm giving you two options. It's either you use Buffer or you use Fedica. Buffer is good because Buffer it allows you to add only 3 accounts on the free offer. It allows you don't do both, only one. If you let's say if you're only having 3 active social media accounts, you can use Buffer. But if you have more than 3 social media accounts, you can use Fedica.com. Again, choose only one. So uh, I'm giving you 4 minutes. Those ones who don't have the apps, go to those websites, choose only one, either Fedica or Buffer. Download the apps on your phone. If you're on the computer, follow the link and create the link on create accounts on your computer or phone. And then after 4 minutes, we'll be back to continue with the session. If you have created your account, use this time to grab a glass of water, stand up, take a walk, and come back so that we can continue with the session. Thank you.
Uh, yes, James Con Brown. Yeah, we are given 4 minutes, guys, for you to go and create your account on Fidica. Then we shall also resume from there. So if you have your account on Fidica already created, so you can be patiently waiting for others also to create theirs, and we will continue from there. William, I hope you can hear me. As stated earlier, like it depends on how many social media accounts that you normally use. So if you have more than 4 social media accounts, so he recommended for you to create on Fidika. But if you have less than 4, so you can use Buffer. You can actually create only one, so you cannot use both of them. I hope that answers your question.
Uh, I have question.
Please go ahead.
Uh, uh, I downloaded Fidika yesterday. Then I also opened the account, but account need to
On your
be
phone?
connected with something.
Hmm.
I opened Fidika. Yeah, I downloaded it yesterday, but it need to be connected. The
Hmm.
account of Fidika need to be connected with different social media. Like we have Twitter, Bluetooth, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and others. There are very many. So I will connect it with the LinkedIn or I will connect it with what?
Okay. I think so your question we after this session we are going to answer it because that's what we are going to do right now. Like right now, we just have to create your account on Fidika, and then he's going to walk you through on how you should also connect this all account and also post once and every account the post is will be delivered.
Okay.
So that's what we are going actually to do right now on how you should connect all of this account and then you make a post at once.
Okay.
I hope that answers your questions. Yeah. Just what you have to do, guys, right now, just create your account on one of the this website, and then we will get to the session about social media management. So I hope we are already winding up with creating our accounts. And also, if you're facing any challenges creating an account, for those who might be using smartphone, there might be face challenges. But for those who would be on website, it will be easier because it will not require you to download the app first. You will just automatically fill out for you to create an account on one of these. So let us know if you feel any challenges. We would be of support here.
Okay, great. Thank you. You're welcome back. 4 minutes. It's actually past 4 minutes, but you need to thank me for giving you time to take a break. So now let's proceed. We use social media management tools to help create and schedule content. So the thing is, sometimes we get very busy. But again, we say that for you to build a professional brand, you need to be consistent. You need to show. Some people are asking for attendance in the chat box. Please share. Now, you need to make sure that you are able to be consistent in scheduling your content. So that is where now social media management tools come in. Now, one, it helps you, like if you're free, like on weekends, let's say, or on any day that you are really free and you have internet, you can create your content. Like let's say, Tong, you want to advertise your book. Let's say you want to advertise your book twice a week. So then you could schedule content like even for 4 weeks. You could say on Wednesdays and Thursday, on Wednesdays and Fridays, at this time, I want an advert about my book to go on my socials. And then you would put on the dates, and then you just relax. And then when those dates come, the content will just auto publish. And that is where social media management tools comes in. So you need to make sure that as part of your social media management strategy, you need to share articles, you need to share insights, you need to share news from your industry. You need to write your own post about a project you're working on or a skill that you have learned. You have to use polls to spark conversation. And you have to share your journey, like what you're learning, your challenges, and your successes. Because when we share our story, then it's able to inspire people and really make people learn. And sometimes we can get help as a result of sharing our story. Next, again, when it comes to social media management and networking on LinkedIn, one, you need to connect strategically. Don't just send requests to everyone. Make sure that you personalize your request. For example, if you're sending a very important connection request, you could start with a simple hi, like, hi Bida, I saw your profile and was impressed by your work. I would like to connect and learn from your experience. And then you join LinkedIn groups that are relevant to your field. Also, you attend online and in-person events and connect with people that you meet. So on the jobs, I already explained this on job seeking, and I think yes. So now here with social media management, I said it helps you schedule content. So let's say that this is my profile for Fedica. This is for for our organization, Excellence Foundation. It's not my personal. So what happened after creating the account on Fedica? Now you have to add your social apps. Like here we have added with, like I said, with Fedica you can add several. Like here we have added Twitter, one, Pinterest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have added 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have added 6, including TikTok. But TikTok recently they removed. Now for you to add TikTok, you must be able to have a pro account, I think. Okay. Yes. So we have re-added this. So now this is where you add. You can add your social network, and you can add like profiles that you are active on. For example, I think with Fedica, with Fedica, you can add Twitter, you can add Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Threads, Tumblr, Pixel, Field, Mastodon, Instagram, Blue Sky. But I think most South Sudanese, you only use TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, maybe Threads, and then Instagram. I think this is basic for many people, right? So this is actually sufficient for you to connect. More than that. And then if you're looking at only connecting 3 apps, for example, you can use Buffer. Buffer allows you to connect up to three apps only. If you need more, and then you have to pay. Like for example, ours here, we connected our LinkedIn, our Mastodon, and then our X profile. So like if yours is, let's say that if you're actively using Facebook, LinkedIn, and maybe Twitter, then Buffer is enough for you. You just connect your LinkedIn, you connect your Facebook, and then you connect your what? Your Twitter. And then you are able to post from them. So let's say that if you want to post from Buffer, So what you do is you see this create. So this create, you click new, and then you say post. So when you come here, so what happens here is these are the options. Here you can have tags, you can create up to 3 tags, and then here you can choose the profile. Like if you've already added your socials, um, you could choose which socials you want to post to. For example, now I have selected all of them. Let's say I want to post all of them. Then I say I want to post to Twitter, to Mastodon, and then to LinkedIn. And then this is where you will write what you want to post. If you don't want to post to Mastodon, then you uncheck it. You only choose the ones that you want to post to at a given time. Of course, if you want to post all of them, then you can do that. And then you write your message here. Then maybe you want to say, hey, maybe you want to say, hey friends, happy Sunday. You just want to wish them a happy Sunday. Something like that. And then from there, and then you can choose if you want to add a photo, then you can choose. Let's say I'm adding a photo. I have chosen this photo, and yes, and then from there you can see the previews of the post, how the post would look like on LinkedIn. It would look like this. On Mastodon it will look like this, and on X it would look like this. It's still, the image is still loading. And then now with both Fedica, yes, now these are the actuated post previews. This is how it will look like on LinkedIn, on Mastodon, and then on X. And then down here is where you could schedule. Here first you can choose whether you want to choose a date and time. If you want to post in the future, then you choose when you want to post it. And then here you can go back to more posting option. You can choose whether you want to use the next available slot in the queue. This is queuing. 2, you can choose whether you want to prioritize your post to the top of the queue, or you want to publish now. So you choose which one you want. And then from there, there's an option to customize. To customize means you want to edit based on the platform. Now here, this is Twitter, this is LinkedIn, you could edit. This is Mastodon, you could edit, and this is X, you could edit the way that you want. So this is how you create a post on Buffer on the computer. If I want to go back, I just say go back. I don't want to save any changes. And then here, I just want to close this and discard all changes. And yes, you can create your ideas here. This is your dashboard that you're working at. And yes, so pretty much this is it when it comes to Buffer. And then when it comes to Fedica is also the same. You manage social networks, but the difference between Fedica and Buffer is that with Fedica, you can add many social profiles, like the way you are seeing here. All these ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can add 10 socials, except YouTube and LinkedIn. YouTube and TikTok, where you need to have a paid account. And then from there, this is the option to publish. If you want to create a post, you can create a post from here. Yes, you can create a post, and then you write your post. It has a media library. In the media library, you can actually upload your images, and then they will just stay in this media library, and you can use it in the future when you want to post. And then this is your dashboard that shows how your content is doing over the analysis and so forth. But mostly it gives analysis for Twitter. But if you're using the paid version, then it gets to give you more advanced options for that. And then yes, so let's try to create a post. Let's do the same post. Let me upload the picture. Let me upload the same picture. Let me upload this picture. And here I will say hello family. Happy Sunday. Something like that. Then yeah, you come down here, you can schedule, you can add to pipeline. Pipeline is a queue, like it chooses the best time to post for you. So you don't have to choose the time. The platform will choose for you. But if you want to choose a specific date, then you choose. And the good thing with buffer is you can actually choose the post to repeat itself. You see, you can say you want this post. Let's say that if you're posting an advertisement, you could just set the app to repeat like maybe let's say every 2 days, the post should repeat itself. And oh, I think this one is now a paid. Okay, this one is not a paid plan, but yes, it's now a paid plan. But those days it used to be free. Otherwise, if you get the paid option, you could ask it to repeat or to repost the content you want. But for now, you can just schedule them manually yourself. And I think for both Buffer and Fedica, you can schedule only 10 posts into the future. You cannot schedule more than 10 content. You can schedule only about what? 10 into the what? Into the future. 10 posts only. That means that is in the free plan. That means, for example, today, if you schedule 10 posts, let's say if you're somebody who is posting 2 posts per day, you could schedule 2 for tomorrow. That means 10 up to Friday. And then again on Saturday, you have to sit down and schedule more. That will again go for 10 days. So that is how this platform works. I hope that answers your question. So that is it with the social media management tool, that is both Buffer and Fedica. So now you try to add your accounts. Let me give you like 2 minutes. Try to add your accounts. Try to add like this one's already having LinkedIn, Facebook, and stuff. You try to add your accounts to the platform you have downloaded, either Fedica or Buffer. Try to add 2 or 3 accounts only, and then we try to post.
I have a question, Vida.
Yes.
Yeah, I have added my account and on
How many?
Fedica.
How many?
I've added three.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, but the profile, the Facebook profile is not showing, only showing the page. So whenever I try to open
Yes,
my profile, it doesn't open. Say the only page.
yes. So it doesn't accept profile. You add only pages. By the way, I forgot to tell you.
Okay.
Yes, it's actually LinkedIn. LinkedIn is where you can add both page and profile. But for most of the others, you can only add a page.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I added three account Facebook,
Now
Instagram.
you try to sample how to post like the way I sample. Try to sample.
All right.
Okay, nice. Amor said he has already added. Yeah. So Amor, you try to post something, but make sure you post something that is related. So you realize it will go to all those accounts at the same time, and then also you try to schedule and stuff. So that is how it helps you, like boost your consistency. And Jane KG is asking that you say it with Fedica you can link to only one account. No, I did not say that, KG. I said that with Fedica you can add. You see these options here. With Fedica you can add these options: Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook, LinkedIn. All these you can add them. For Facebook, you can add only page, not your personal profile. But for Twitter, you can add personal profile. For LinkedIn, you can add personal profile and stuff. So I did not say you can add only one account. You can add those accounts. I hope that answers your question. Yes. So yeah, you try to post. If you succeed, you let me know. You post and then you try to check whether the post has gone. Yeah. So while you do that, so what kind of post are you supposed to make? Okay, Sarah, he didn't say she added yesterday and it's working. Good. Yeah, this is good. I hope you keep up with the consistency. Yeah, you know when you have that free time, you schedule the post, and then when you are busy, the post will just be going. You see, and then when you get another free time, you also schedule more. Then they will also be going. That is how you are able to you keep up with consistency, and you grow your engagement. Well done, Sarah. So again, what kind of content are you supposed to share? Please, you share articles, insights, and news from your industry. That means, for example, if you're a student of medicine, yeah, you could share some insights about medicine, about life in your school, how it is like, or you could share stories from your daily experiences. Um, you could share daily experiences, uh, like if you had a terrible day or you had a good day or something interesting happened during your day, yeah, you could just post about it. And then all these things people learn from it. Storytelling is very, very important. Storytelling is very, very important. And always we should be able to tell our stories, because when we tell our stories, they become very powerful and then they inspire other people. You could also write about a project that you're working on or a skill that you have learned. For example, uh, like when Tong is writing a new book, yeah, he usually writes. He say, "Okay, I'm working on a new book, and the book is talking about this," and he begins to give people snippets. And when the book cover is out, he shares the book cover. You see, that is how you write articles about your projects. And then, if you're running a page, you could use polls. Even if you're running a WhatsApp group, you could use polls to spark conversation. And then you can share your journey, like what you're learning, your challenges, and the successes. Or sometimes, if you participate in a networking event, like I shared a couple of networking events via the group. I don't know whether some of you attended any networking event, but always you need to attend networking events, and that is also why this fellowship exists. So when you participate and you meet new person, yeah, you take a photo with them and you post about the entire encounter with them, what you are able to pick, and things like that. So those are the things you can post about, and then. Again, when it comes to building a network on social media or on LinkedIn, always you need to connect strategically. Don't just connect with everyone. You need to connect with people that align with your goals. Like you realize that, for example, when you're doing your personal audit, you realize that you need to make sure you associate with people with whom your long-term goals align. For example, you cannot spend more time with people whom your long-term goals are completely disconnected. You see, and that is why even on social media, make sure that you connect a lot with people who are close to your long-term goals, because then you are able to learn from them. You see, that is why we say that you should connect strategically, even in person and also online. And then you need to personalize your connections. That is to say, if you're meeting somebody for the first time, always you could introduce yourself and show value, uh, or what you want from the connection that you are building. That is very important. And then, yeah, join groups. Groups are very important these days, by the way. WhatsApp groups, Messenger groups, LinkedIn groups, very important. They are opening many doors for people. And always, when you join these groups, try your best to share updates. Try your best to catch up with updates that are shared in those groups, because you will be able to learn one or two things and also be inspired by the stories that are shared there or opportunities that exist there, and you are able to learn. And then you need to attend online and in-person events, and then connect with people that you meet. Again, yeah, when you meet somebody in person, you could share, okay, connect with me on LinkedIn, connect with me on email, and that is how you pick up the conversation. So that is very important. And of course, when you're searching for jobs on LinkedIn, you need to use keywords, filters, and alerts to find relevant opportunities. Just like how I demonstrated the use of the filter for the country, for the time the job was posted, and easy apply. You need to be very cautious. You need to make sure that you use a personalized application, which is often better. And of course, you need to do company research. Use LinkedIn to research companies and find employees to connect with before you apply, because this can give you an edge. Yeah, when you hear a company, okay, try to see who works at this company. Try to find them, connect with them. Follow recruiters. Follow recruiters at companies that you're interested in. The HR people, follow them. Yeah, and see what they are writing and stuff like that. So that is it when it comes to you searching for jobs on LinkedIn. So what is the key takeaway? What have we learned today? We have said that make sure that your LinkedIn profile has a professional photo and background. This is your first homework. Next thing, you need to have optimized headline and about section. Number three, you need to quantify your experience. Don't say that I managed a team. You need to say that I managed a team of 5 that was able to produce 70% of accurate work. Don't say, and then you need to add relevant skills and endorsements. You need to have at least one recommendation. You need to set a content engagement goal. For example, you want to post 2 times a week. You want to connect with 5 people in a week. You need to also set goals on how you're supposed to build your LinkedIn connection. For example, if your connections are at 0 now, you need to set a goal by the middle of 2026. You must have at least 500 connections. So when you do 500 divide by 60, that is to say that you need to have an average of five connections per week. You see that? So how are you going to get that? So then your LinkedIn profile is a living document. Make sure that you keep it updated and let it grow with you. Of course, when the LinkedIn document is like a website, it's not a static document. It is dynamic document. Just like your CV, you learn that the CV is a dynamic document. And also, I said at the beginning that LinkedIn is your online CV. So make sure that you update your LinkedIn profile regularly to match the new realities about your experience, about your education, about any achievements that you have accomplished in the long term. That is very important. And yes. And yes, so any questions? If you don't have questions, so that I can introduce you to the assignments. Do you have any final questions about LinkedIn, about social media management, before I introduce you to the assignment? If you have any final questions, you can ask now. Otherwise, there's no opportunity for questions again.